Today we're going to talk about the amazing Cathedral Gorge State Park, located just miles outside of Caliente, Nevada, in the heart of rural Nevada. Every year, thousands of people come to this wonderful state park to see the beautiful highlights of the natural features of Cathedral Gorge. But many people don't get to experience this wonderful campground, which features not just one, but two very clean facilities and restrooms, which both include an awesome and very clean shower. The main campground format, as you're about to see, is laid out in a circular format with several sites. Now we're going to go ahead and speed up our footage just a little bit so you can see more of the surrounding area and some of the natural trails that highlight and encircle the park. Each one of the campsites in this area of the park does feature power, so you have the ability to connect to hookups. They do have a dump station and they also have water. However, these sites do not have water at the actual site. There are spigots that you'll see randomly dotted around the campsite. To use power hookups at this campsite, it's going to be an extra $10 per night. But you can see that in the different layers and types of formatting that they have for the campsites, you've got some straight back-in sites, some pull-in sites, and everything's really spaced out quite nicely. Now, as we walk around the camp circle, you'll notice that each and every paid campsite has an awning, which features brand new picnic tables. These were actually upgraded from the last time that I was here, as well as upgraded and additional new landscaping that's just really quite nice. The rangers at Cathedral Gorge do an amazing job of keeping the park super clean, and they really maintain it very well. Here you'll see one of the featured fire pits. You want to check in with your camp ranger, of course, to make sure that it's okay to have a fire based on conditions. There's that brand new beautiful picnic table. And you also have a grill to the back. If you've been camping, you know that the conditioning of an awning kind of tells you how the campground's taken care of. These are really well maintained. So you've got your fire pit if you want to do some cooking right at the campsite with some charcoal maybe. And I do love a good hook to hang up, whether that's your food or you want to hang up some clothes to dry or something like that. We're going to circle the campsite now. You can see all of the campsites here laid out in that circular format. There's a ton of space between the campsites. Each site is very large. For Nevada residents, $15 per night. This is the main restroom and shower area. You can see it's really well maintained. I'm not one of these campground reviewers who goes in the bathroom. I think that's a bit weird for me. We've got a nice water bottle filling station here for you to take advantage of. And then we've got the group site here. We used this group site for our last event. And again, brand new picnic tables. They're clean. They're well maintained. If you've ever been camping and there's like gross sticky stuff all over the picnic table, that's no fun. But these were really well taken care of. And they're the type of material that's really easy to clean. And here's a big one. Power outlets in the group site. Pretty massive. It sounds like a silly thing, but when you're camping with 30 people, it's nice to be able to charge your power packs, your phones. The group site also features some outlying picnic tables as well as some play equipment. So you've got a tetherball court, horseshoes, just a ton of room to hang out with your friends. Really, every time I've been here, there's been people using the group site, and you can see why. The main reason people come to Cathedral Gorge is for the amazing scenery. So what you're seeing here is actually the result of volcanic activity. Hundreds of feet of ash deposited from the Caliente caldera complex. So about 5 million years after those eruptions stopped, block faulting created a fracture in the bedrock, and that really shaped the surrounding area that we see with the mountains. Well, eventually, as rain started to form, we formed a freshwater lake in this region. As that rain continued, that's why you start to see this beautiful formation. The stone is literally just being eroded away over time. It's because the formations were made of silt and clay and volcanic ash that made them more susceptible than typical. So you'll see just beautiful colors. You can see the layering across the soil from hundreds of thousands and hundreds of millions of years. I would say most people really enjoy these slot canyons that have been carved into the formations. You could spend all day navigating these beautiful structures. It is so peaceful and serene, and it's actually several degrees cooler than it is outside. And so you're just going to really just take it in. It's quiet and peaceful, and there's you really truly feel connected to nature. A lot of people love to take a look at the water tower, which is located outside of the main caves area. This was built, but because the water content was actually contained too much alkaline, they actually capped the water well, but they kept the structure in place. And you can read about that here right at the base of the structure. And by the way, there's tons of great signage all over the park that shows you some of the, what you need to know. But remember, this is a very scenic and beautiful area, so remember to take care of it and watch out for the beautiful wildlife that is very present in there. You're going to see rabbits and birds, and you're going to see lizards, so make sure you tread with care. Speaking of treading with care, you got to watch out for cryptobiotic soil. That's basically like desert glue, and that's alive with all sorts of lichens and moss and algae, and if you damage that, it can take 100 years for that to recover. Moral of the story here is just be careful around these beautiful formations. Cathedral Gorge State Park has a very clean dump station. You want to take care of everything when you're done. Trust me, not one of the things I like to review. Here's a map of the overall campsite circle. You can see how it's laid out from a map view. And when you enter, it does have very clear instructions about the current fee structure, what you have to pay if you decide you want to pay for hookups, if you want to get an annual permit, all those sorts of things. If you like the Nevada state parks, I strongly encourage you to get an annual permit. It's a really, really good deal. Cathedral Gorge park rangers are some of the nicest, most helpful people I've ever met. So I've always been willing to answer our questions. You'll go ahead and leave your fee in the little can right there. And you can see kind of off there was actually a large garbage can, so you can keep everything clean. And please do that. One of my favorite things about camping is a good old-fashioned campfire, and one of the things I love about this site is that there is firewood available, easily accessible for just $5 donation. So make your donation, grab some firewood, and help contribute to the park and have, really, really nice and awesome evening, roasted marshmallows, whatever that is for you. But don't forget to pay the $5 donation. Be a good person. Okay, that's it for our review of Cathedral Gorge State Park. You'll want to tune in next for our review of Echo Canyon State Park, another Nevada gem. Hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and reach out or leave them below.